Hello everybody, my name is Anna Rickman. I am a science teacher. I've been a teacher for the last 9 years. I've taught high school science for the last 5 years. I teach chemistry, physical science, environmental science, all that fun stuff. So I've decided to make some videos to help those parents and guardians or aunts and uncles, older brothers, sisters, everybody who is stepping in and helping their kids get some learning on while they're not able to go back to school. One thing that I want parents and guardians, helpers to know is that science really just means problem solving. To be a good scientist, you have to be able to solve problems. So if you're trying to, figure out what to get your kid to do to study science, give them some problems to solve. There's so many problems that occur in our everyday lives. You can give them puzzles, you can give them tangrams. Those are really, really cool. Anything to kind of spark their mind to start using the scientific method to come up with solutions or to prove things wrong or to support things. That's really good. Another thing you can do is let them get their hands dirty. Let them do some stuff hands-on. And that's where I'm stepping in. I'm going to create a bunch of videos. I'm trying to do one per day for you to show your kids, so that they can do a little bit of hands-on learning. So you might be wondering why I have this balloon in my hand. For this first video, the topic that I chose is static electricity, because that's what my physical science kids were learning before we left. So, static electricity, what is it? The word static means stationary or not moving, and electricity, of course, is the flow of electrons. So if we have static electricity, we have these electrons that are not able to flow. They're static. They build up on the surface of materials. But the material has to be very specific. It has to be in a category of materials called insulators. So if you ask your kiddos, what is an insulator? What is a conductor? They're probably going to be able to answer that. It's covered in elementary school science, middle school, and high school. It's really important. So do me a favor, ask your kids that, then come back, push play on this video, and I'll give you the explanation. So insulators are materials that resist the flow of electricity or of electrons. And a conductor has very low resistance to the flow of electrons. The analogy that I give my students is a crowded hallway versus an empty hallway. So a conductor would be an empty hallway. It's really easy to move through it. There's not a lot of resistance. And insulator would be a crowded hallway. So really tough to get through that. There's a lot of resistance. So if we want to build up static charge, we need to use insulative materials. So I chose a balloon for this. We're going to do a couple fun experiments to prove whether or not we've built up a static charge. So I'm using a balloon. If you don't have a balloon, anything plastic like a pen, plastic hair comb, anything styrofoam works really well for this too. So it doesn't have to be a plate, it doesn't have to be a pen or a comb, it just needs to be made of that material. So gather those up. Also, get yourself a piece of paper. What I want you to do with this piece of paper is to tear it up into little pieces and make a pile on a surface. So the surface that I'm using is my kitchen island. All right, so here is my pile of paper. The next step is to give your insulative material a static charge. And the way to do that is to rub that insulator onto another insulator. So if you're using a balloon or a comb or a pen, you want to take those materials and rub them on your shirt or rub them on your hair, rub them on a sweater, and then try some of the activities that I posted after this. Okay, so in this part of the video, I have my pile of papers, and right now what I'm doing is charging my balloon by rubbing it on my shirt. Something really fun you can do with this is to have a competition and see who can make the tallest tower of paper or who can move the paper the furthest. There's a lot of creativity that you can do with this. This is one of my favorites. So you want to get a stream of water like you can see here from my faucet, charge up your balloon, and then hold it close to the water. Don't touch the water, and watch what happens. The water is attracted to the static charge that's on the balloon. Pretty cool. Another really fun thing you can do is race bubbles. As you can see on the surface of the kitchen island, I poured some bubble solution out, and the bubble is attracted to your charged object. Something fun that you can see me doing here is charging my balloon and then sticking it on the ceiling. You can see how many balloons you can get to stick. Fun competition. All right, everybody, I hope you had fun. Something that I would love to see is some pictures and videos in the comment section of you and your kids trying this. And then come back to my page tomorrow and I will have a video posted of a new experiment to try. Have fun, stay safe.